Hey everyone, okay, so today we're going to be discussing two products from Becca, and it's quite rare for me to give a relatively or a pretty negative review on a product. Those days are gone. I don't particularly enjoy those kind of videos, but I did want to speak about this product because I find it really bothersome. So the first product we're going to speak about is the Becca, and this is Becca Zero, and it is a no pigment virtual foundation. And I want you to remember let me grab my mirror. I want you to remember the word foundation here, or virtual foundation. This product claims that it will blur imperfections and any skin tone can use it, and it will just make your skin look better. The problem is that it uses the word foundation in the title, calling itself, as I mentioned, the no pigment virtual foundation. That gives you the impression that you're going to get some form of coverage with this. You are not. Now, if this was marketed as a primer, that would be one thing, a blurring primer, a blurring moisturizer, but it's referenced as a virtual foundation, and it is not. You get no benefit from this with regards to foundation. Obviously, there's no pigment, there's no coverage, there is nothing. What you do get is a blurring effect on the skin. However, you can get that with so many other products, whether it's moisturizers or particularly foundation primers, and at least they're more honest with their description. It is a primer. This again is a virtual foundation, but it isn't. And the thing that's even more irritating about this product that I really don't like and just cannot understand is that if you use it as a primer, the two foundations that I've tested it with, they pilled. And it's quite strange that, and part of the reason probably is because this is a water-based product. It isn't a silicone-based product, and most liquid foundations on the market are of course silicone-based. But it's just a very peculiar product. Now I'm going to give you a demonstration of it, and it will absolutely make the skin look less greasy, less shiny, but so do all the primers out there. It's just, I just find it so disappointing that this has the word foundation in it when it really cannot and does not do any of those things. Now when it goes on the skin, it goes on really beautifully and pretty much like water. And after you've kind of applied it and you sit back, you then start to feel it slightly cooling on the skin. But it does nothing. It just de-shines the skin. It doesn't work well with the foundations that I've tried. It doesn't blur any imperfections, quite the opposite I have found. And in general, it's just not a great product. And it really bothers me that I feel that way about this, because when I first saw this, I honestly thought, holy shit, this is going to be a game changer, a virtual foundation. And it does virtually nothing. See what I did there? So disappointing. Okay, so moving on to the next one. So now that we've mattified the skin, we will now go and add shine to it. So this is the next product. This is the Becca Zero No Pigment Glass Highlighter for face and lip. Now this is really, this does exactly what it says. It will give you a glass-like appearance with regards to highlighting. It's a very emollient product that goes onto the skin and gives a glass-like effect. So it really does. And I don't want to be really, really negative, because this generally does what it says, that it gives a shine to the areas that it goes on. But so does Vaseline, if you're looking at it from this point of view. And Vaseline's a lot cheaper than this. And this is really, I'm aware, just glycerin, and it just makes the skin look wet and shiny. And it does a really good job of that. And generally speaking, I actually like this product. I don't think it's worth the money, but I do like the product. It's honest. It says it's going to give you a nice glass-like effect on the skin, and it really does. But it's very expensive. Just such a letdown with this product. I honestly thought this was going to be a virtual foundation. You were going to get the appearance of something on your skin, and instead it just does nothing. Just so disappointed, so disappointed. Now, for those of you who are my age or perhaps a tiny bit younger, you may remember Becca back in the day. And Becca really, they started off with this incredible line of foundation, and they had basically like a tinted moisturizer. Then there was a stick foundation, and then there was a concealer, like a double-sided concealer. And you were supposed to create the sheerest appearance of skin, then use the stick foundation when needed and the concealer for heavier areas. And it was the most incredible system, and it was so amazing. And we're talking 2004 perhaps, something like that back then. And this was even before that maybe. And this was a brand who was offering global shade range. We're talking way back when. They were the first to do it. I loved their philosophy. I loved the Becca brand back then. And then it kind of all went a bit tits up. And I believe the founder sold it, and then I believe it was sold again. And Becca did a really good, or at least I think it's Estee Lauder, did a really good job at remarketing it. But they took away the core thing that made Becca so beautiful, which was this incredible foundation, sheer coverage with medium coverage, with full coverage. And you use this system and it was so beautiful. And now it's really just about, well, Becca highlighters. Becca highlighters, that's what they're known for. And their highlighters are truly amazing. But along the way, something's been lost. And this would be a really good example of what's been lost, because this is shit. And it hurts my feelings to say that, because I really like Becca, and I miss a lot of the Becca stuff, but this just does nothing. I mean, it just looks awful. I just don't find it. It doesn't even make the skin feel that matte. I don't get it. Anyway, let me know right down there what your thoughts are, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.